Welcome back everybody to another video in our series on Let's Play The Witness. So it may not feel like it to you guys at all, but it's actually been a couple days for me since I've recorded one of these. And I kind of miss being in this game. Actually, last night was the first time that I actually had a witness-related dream, which was exciting. That's usually my cue that I've gotten way too into a game, when I start having dreams about playing it. Starting to find environmental paths in my dreams. So I've just been busy doing real-life puzzles, aka assembling furniture. I'm sure that you have experienced that at least once in your lifetime. It's not really my kind of puzzle, to be honest. So let's go ahead and get started at finishing this bridge so we can get to that laser and move on to something else. So I'm pretty sure what I learned last time is accurate about these guys, and that is that they like to be paired together. And now we're getting exclusion puzzles thrown in. Now they're black instead of white. Which, let's go ahead and try this. Interesting. Now something is different, so clearly color is going to have some play in how we solve these. So I think this is showing us that the color of this does not correlate with this kind of puzzle at all, which is interesting. And now there's only one of these. Now I'm not sure when there's one of them, what do we do? Unless there's an invisible sun somewhere. We've dealt with invisible things before. Let's take a look around and see if we get any clues based off of the environment. I don't see the sun shape anywhere. Go ahead and resume in 3, 2, 1. So I think the only thing that we really know about this is that when there's two, they like to be together. But what do we know about when there's only a single? Maybe we need to go back. Oh, look, there's more. Maybe we're not as close to the end as I thought we were. I don't think we've dealt with only one star shape in a long time. I need to try and get myself back out of the habit of sprinting. I mean, I like that they added that into the game, but excuse me, definitely encourages you to rush through areas and not look around, especially now that we know that we're looking for puzzles in the environment. Still dealing with... yeah, still dealing with pears. And this is back in the beginning. So we've never... Really? We've never dealt with only a single one? I feel like there was a door. No, because this one had two. There was another door somewhere that only had one. I could have sworn I'd seen it somewhere. See, this is the problem with waiting a couple days to play again. And my memory isn't that good anyways, so this really doesn't help. There's two different ways you can go. I did not know that. Interesting. Okay, well, we know how to solve these, so let's just do these paths. I'm not sure how to group these, so... Well, that changes how we feel about these. Darn. I was really hoping that was right. Okay, now we need a bit. How about this? There we go. So we still want groups of 2 when we can. There we go. Sometimes I just have to check my work real quick. Oh. Let's see. Because I really like the idea of doing something like this. Serpentining my way. But obviously we can't because of that. And this line being at the bottom. Which is unfortunate. So maybe serpentining this way. which doesn't really look like it's gonna work either, so we need to do groupings of 2 differently. So that works for the bottom. But how? No. Nope, nope, nope. Because this works for the bottom, but then we run into the issue. Well, there's 2 purple. I do not know. It's obvious I don't know. I feel like I'm close. I was hopeful maybe I just had to divide evenly. But it's good that I had a thought that was different from what I've been trying. Because clearly that's not working at this moment. These 2 on the outside would be very lonely if I did this. Or the inside. This is a tricky one. Okay, well, let's give our eyes a break from this, since now we actually have multiple paths we can follow. Let's play with this one for a little bit. So this is combining, there we go, Tetris blocks and groupings of 2. So I believe, what I believed was incorrect. Okay. Go this way. I'm not really sure what I did. That wasn't okay. So we got our 3 shape. Oh no. It was probably something about this that was the issue. This one's really tricky. How in the heck? Because I think what we've learned is that we can't really rotate these shapes. We can add them together or have them be separate. But I can't, and they have to be containing the Tetris blocks. So how do I contain the shape I mean, unless I can actually rotate the shapes and I'm not, these Tetris block shapes, and I'm not aware that I can. Man, I'm hitting dead ends on 3 sides now. That's not good. Oops. Onto my microphone. So there's that shape, which works. That won't work. How? Okay, let's see if it likes that. Nope, I didn't think it would. But it will like this. Yes. Okay, and this will like this. So I'm right about that. So I guess I need to try the solution I was trying before and make sure that the Tetris blocks were not flashing at that solution. I have to remember how I did the solution. I believe it was something like this. Okay, so the Tetris blocks are not flashing, but the suns are, and I have no idea how. Yeah, because it doesn't, I can't rotate it. Oh, unless because they can be added together. So what if oh my gosh, my voice is not happy with me today, guys. I don't know what's up with that. I'm sorry. No, because it has to be included. I was just thinking, I wonder if like there was a way that I could do, oh, I think actually maybe there is. So what if I do 3 at the bottom and 2 at the top? Like this. There we go. Nice. It was a little too restricted in my thinking. Okay, so now we're gonna have 3 up. And then this shape, which was always, well, I really like the lines down, but this is my second favorite Tetris block shape. Okay, well, I think we may be able to, no, because they have to be together. Well, there goes that idea. So here is this shape, but it doesn't have to be like that. Can it be rotated? No, it has to be exactly 1 and then the 3. Okay. So I think we're looking at a similar case to what we had before, where we have to swap the 1 and the 3, so it'll be, no. So I think it's gonna look something like this, H. Except my issue is, how do I start the H so I can end at the right point? And have being closed. Because I think I need to start this way, because if I start at a different point, I'm going to block the 2 suns from each other. And my other issue is that I get to the exit before I get to the exit before I actually finish enclosing this. And it can't be shifted downward because that piece that's broken. And I can't rotate that 3 down with 1 in the middle. So right now we have 3 down and 1 in the middle on the right hand side and just the plain 3 down on the left side combined. But maybe there's a different way to combine these. I'm not really seeing it. I don't think there's a way to do it separately. Maybe. Okay, what if... No. There's not a way to do it separately. Because they are... Yeah, they're too big. They're always gonna cut each other off from the other. We have this shape right here. I like it shifted down like this. But then we have to do this because we can't encircle. Oh boy. Okay, well what if... No, because then it won't... Darn! I was gonna try something. No, that wouldn't have worked anyway. Something like that, but... Nobody likes that. I don't even like that. Yay. How now, brown cow? Okay, going back to this. So, let me think about this for a second. Like I haven't been already thinking about it. So I definitely think that what I was first trying was probably my best hope at getting these two together. So how did I start that? Yeah, because that wouldn't have worked. Wouldn't have worked anyway, because obvious reasons. If this was just shifted down a little bit, no, that wouldn't have worked anyway. But actually, if it was shifted down a little bit, I could do this backwards, but then they would still be enclosed, so never mind. I believe in the last episode I was talking about how I felt like I was really getting into the puzzle mind. Well, I think my like 2-day break just totally ruined that state of mind for me, unfortunately. I don't feel like I have a very good grasp of this Tetris block thing, unfortunately. Hmm. Well, let's go back to something else. Switch our thinking yet again until we get something easier, which I think is probably the right thing to do, right? When first you don't succeed, try something a little easier. Or different, rather. Not easier, because we've shown that each of these are challenging in their own right. This is another one of those where it's... because I think we're going to want to finish something like this. So, with those 4 at the very top, but we can't have 2, so maybe something like this. To split the 2. Or... it's really a shame. Well, this is ugly. I'm not actually trying to solve it right now. Just to defend myself and how ugly this looks. Because we want... these 2 separate. And it would be nice if we could split these down the middle somehow. But really, I feel like we want it divided up some, like, oh boy, that doesn't even, my concept doesn't even work. I'm trying to show it to you. So I think we want 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, but there's really no way for us to do that because there's no way to go diagonally. So we gotta do something fancy. I just don't know what kind of fancy we're doing. Really? Maybe it's two of a color? Did we do that before? Yeah, we did. Oh my god. Really? Well, why? I don't think I realized I was doing that. And this puzzle totally did not notice. Well, that's why that was so hard. I didn't realize that you could do two and they didn't mind the other color. And it didn't just have to be only two. Well, that would have been helpful to have paid attention to. I guess that's just a lesson in check back at what you just solved. Because I do feel like they kind of progressively try to give you new ways to look at things. And, I mean, I don't know, sometimes it does feel like they try to give you a lot at once, but I feel like they try to be gradual. It's more if you understand. Like, if you actually understand, then it probably is much more gradual than if you don't understand. Oh, that won't work at all. Silly. Okay. But this isn't gonna work, because so that won't work either. So we've got uneven number. Because we want 2 and 4 and, well, yeah, we're gonna have an odd man out. There's an even number though, so maybe we need to go back to only having 2 twos. But I don't think going up the side is the way we want to go about it, because we're using up resources, and by resources I mean the blocks we have left. This should work. Yay! If ever, like, any of the noises I'm making bother you, please let me know so I know not to make them. I live in a household with someone who's really sensitive to noises, especially like mouth noises. Like the warning in my bird video, because I knew Stryker was gonna not like that puzzle, and he actually just recorded that today. And I was right, he did not like it. So if you're similar to Stryker and don't like certain noises that are repetitive or a certain pitch that I do frequently, please let me know so I can attempt to remember to not do them for you. There we go. I just had to realize that there was no way I could do 2s of everything. But we know that we can do... Actually, I'm gonna test here to see... Actually, I can't I can't. That's what I'm trying to say. If green and another color will be happy together, but I can't really test that. Well, I know why that didn't work. I was just more being silly. Oh, and I didn't even really... Like, I knew this was a weird grid, but I just now noticed that we have strange endpoints. I knew that wasn't gonna work, but I was hopeful that it would. Oh boy, I feel like I've dealt with something like this before. How am I? And this is just like a weird shape too. Yeah, this is something different here, because how in the heck are we going to be able to split? So it's gonna have to be something like this. I'm gonna need a line like this. Go out the sides. I am fairly confident of that. But how am I? Oh, like this? There we go. Well, that was a fancy swivel. Whatever they used for the mechanics for this, they really need to add to their laser beams, because those guys are slow. They definitely need their gears upgraded or oiled or something. Little WD-40. No. We gotta go. I like the idea of having... I feel like we have to go up the middle. So, I like the grouping of the purple and the orange and the purple and the green. I don't know if purple and green like each other. Oh, but what if I can do two, how am I gonna do that? What if we do 2 of each color and isolate out the others by 2s? I don't know if that made any sense to you, but I know what I'm talking about. I understand myself. Sometimes I don't, but this time I do. Lose control of my mouse. Okay, so I think I like this plan where it's going. So I need to divide up. Divide. Man, those side endpoints would really be handy right now. I don't know, because we have this issue. If I could get to the endpoint, this would work. No, wouldn't work. I feel like I really have to go up the middle, but then what? Because I can't do this. Because if I could also get to the endpoint, this would work. This would actually work. So how would I be able to do this? Man, these episodes really fly by, especially when you're stumped. Okay, so actually, let's... Oh, there's another laser, or that's the actual laser? So let's spend like a couple minutes with a change of pace and look around at this treehouse area a little better to see if we see any environmental paths. Because they definitely are trying to force your perspective onto these pathways as you cross them. Which makes me think that they might be trying to hide something else from you that you're gonna have to go back and look at later. But for the sake of saving time and maybe not having to make quite as many trips, because I'm almost fairly certain I will have to come back to every single spot. But maybe I can shorten the list. I've been noticing these piles of leaves. And there's a chance that the pile of leaves might mean something. I just tried to click on leaves. Just try and click on everything. Basically, I'm suspicious of all the plant life. Those trees, the leaves, the flowers. Triangles aren't a nature thing, but suspicious of those. All these, everything. Trust no one. These shadows. Ooh. Ooh, shiny. I don't think I've been up here. I definitely have not been up here. What is this gonna do? Open that door. What the heck is that noise supposed to be? It's timed. Great. Okay. Well, good to know. I'll have to come back here. And it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to have to do once I finish that pathway, because otherwise there's no way I'm going to get to that. So interesting. That one's burned down. Thought I saw something circular. Ooh. Oh, I like the look of that. You see this? I like the look of that a lot. Do you think I have to be down on the ground or up high? Probably up high. I don't think I have access to that. Maybe I can see it from over here. No, not quite. How about on that orange bridge? Nope. It's really disappointing. I think maybe from the ground, possibly? Because I don't really get a good angle from anywhere else. At least none of these bridges. I mean, that treehouse would have been a good point. Okay guys, so I have another like tinfoil hat theory. I call it tinfoil hat because this is totally just like out of my brain, and like the only reason why it would be there is because aliens, right? Mind control. I mean, not really, but I think that maybe when you get to what I've heard called the first end, you go back in time. That's what I think might happen, because when you go back in time, this big boat will be fixed, so we'll be able to go into that lab that had that door, or maybe the other boat that had a different pathway, or perhaps there's a different stop because that boat's not there. That tree house won't be burnt down. There won't be condensation in that cloud. I mean, I feel like you don't really have to go back in time for that to happen, but I mean, it is part of my theory, right? Works, supports that. What else? Maybe the rose garden isn't, or the garden isn't fully developed, or maybe it's overgrown. And so that's why maybe there's like rose petals on the ground to finish that pathway. The people aren't stone. That's all I got. But interesting idea, right? Anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here and come back later. Let me try one thing real quick. Or I guess a couple things. Okay, couple things. So I don't know what the deal is with the one. Okay, but anyway. So, I really appreciate your guys' support, especially the ones that have stuck with me from the first episode. I noticed through my analytics that I did get a little drop up off of viewership, which is sad. I wish you guys would come back or tell me what I could do to be better so I could have you all along for the ride towards the end, because clearly things are just going to get more exciting, and we obviously have time travel to look forward to. Or not. Who knows? Who knows what we have to look forward to. But you're not going to know unless you finish watching the video series, right? And you'd rather watch mine than someone else's? Or mine and someone else's? But anyways, guys, I really appreciate you. Feel free, like, comment, subscribe. Do what you do. And I will see you next time on Let's Play with Pony.